was invited to go down to Macon, I said I want to go hang out with some real Southern folks. So I came up here to Rome instead. But and I also have to say thank you to Samantha Weeks. Boy, I tell you what, I can get up here in front of a microphone and talk all day, but to sing, no. That took some real courage, and it was absolutely beautiful. And setting off the doves was absolutely great. It's just great and honor to be here today. I also want to start out with a statement that I'm very familiar with. In fact, if you find me on the internet, I won't give away my nickname yet, you can hear a tagline after everything that I post on a certain website I put. And it says, "Give me a place to stand, and I will move the earth." Folks, this is true for all of us. It is our day today to take a stand and move the earth. It is not just about moving America. America is the liberty of the universe, of this planet. If liberty dies here, it dies for the planet everywhere. We are the last hope. We all are taking a stand today to move the earth. It's also something else that I've taken two things in the last 8 to 9 months and I've tied them together, and they mean a lot to me. One is coming from the Bible, Ecclesiastes 3:1 through 4. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. Folks, I believe this is the time, our time, to take this country back, restore it to the republic we were given. Many of you are familiar with the writings of Thomas Paine with Common Sense. That came out in January of 1776, and it led people to read for themselves, to finally understand what it was that freedom and liberty were all about. That a monarchy, because you were born in a certain class or with a certain name, did not make you ruler over the freedom and liberty of others. It was very profound, and it led to our Declaration of Independence. What some people don't want you to know and don't want you to realize is there was a time during that revolution where it was very dark. People were scared. They were losing. So Thomas Paine got to the presses again, and he put out American Crisis. And he wrote, "The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. 'Tis dearness only that gives you everything its value. Heaven knows how to set a price that's proper upon its goods, and it would be strange indeed if so celestial and arctic as freedom should not be highly rated. I love the man that can smile in trouble, that can gather strength from distress and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but he whose heart is firm and whose conscience approves his conduct will pursue his principles unto death." It is time, folks. It is absolutely time to hear the folks in the media and in Washington talk to you about how evil those companies are and the banks are and how the evil capitalists out there to keep you down. My word, to hear them talk, you'd think there's nothing but a bunch of nuns up there in D.C. I want to know which one of them took their little, poverty, their vow to poverty. I want to know. They're benevolent? Is that what we're supposed to believe? That they are not the ones who are greedy for power? Honey, if I don't like my boss, I can leave my job.
That's right.
It's about time they left theirs.
Yeah!
These things that were coordinated across this state and across this nation, I got to tell you, I know it sounds like a lot of work. It was. I woke up one day with 893 brand new emails. But it's you. It's you. This day is yours. I had politicians told me, you need to put out all these talking points and planks, etc., etc. I said, no, you know what? We listen enough to you. This is your day to sit back and listen to us.
Yeah.
Today is the day to get a spine. Okay? I don't want any more people in office who don't have a spine. And what I mean by a spine is I want them to stand what the 9th and 10th Amendment of the United States Constitution stands for.
Yeah.
If you don't have the spine to stand up in Washington and tell them to go home, get out, then you don't have the spine to take leadership in this state and protect your citizens. That's what this is about. It's about restoring our republic. It is not just about taxes. It's about getting rid of the spending, getting rid of the pork. It is about, yes, it's about bringing those taxes down. My children, the youngest one, was up here with the little son earlier today. I've been a single mother since she was less than a year old with 3 children. My oldest is a sophomore now in Kennesaw. I received $0 in child support. 0 from day one.
Yeah.
I live in a double wide in Kennesaw, Georgia. You know. If I can make a difference, you can make a difference. They're worth it. I've made many sacrifices for my children, and I'll be darned if I'm going to stand by and shut up while Washington takes it away from my children. I'll shut up when I get a bullet in my head.
Yeah.
I want to ask y'all to do me one thing today. Today is the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a brand new movement, and I want you all to make sure that you stay involved, that you never feel alone. You are not alone. Take a look around you and know that in just Georgia, there's 50 to 70 other cities doing the same thing. You know, Sandersville, Georgia said, hey, now, wait a minute, we ain't doing nothing on Wednesday night. That's our church night. So they threw one last night. So, you don't have to follow anybody else's lead. This is a bottom-up. This is not a top-down. This is a bottom-up movement. You do count. You're not alone. But before we can expect the people in D.C. to get a spine or the people in our leadership here to get a spine, we have to get a spine. So before I leave, I'm going to ask you to do one thing with me. Instead of just waiting for them to live up to their oath of office, we start with ourselves. It is our duty to live up to our oath. We were given the Declaration of Independence. We were given the United States Constitution. It wasn't written for politicians. It wasn't written for attorneys. It was written for you. It was written for me. And I don't need an attorney to explain it to me. Make sure you get your copy of the United States Constitution. And when you do, make your own label and stick it on there that says, no attorney necessary.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you to actually do something. Please take your right hand, put it over your heart, and please take the oath with me. I, Sherri Reece, do solemnly swear that I will protect, preserve, and defend the United States Constitution to the best of my ability. So help me God. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
A redhead at work. I gotta tell you, I had a different vantage. Sherri, she commented on her height. Sherri was doing this the whole time. Never have seen anyone stand on their tiptoes that long. Okay.